Big W for Duet Night Abyss, chat. Are we sure Hero Games isn't just the Asian branch of Digital Extreme? Another W from Duet Night Abyss. Getting rid of gacha is beneficial for developers too. Duet Night Abyss producers who's keeping players satisfied. I don't have that issue. No issue at all. Viewer satisfaction has never been an issue for Papa Stix. Nope. Is key for stable monetization. Is there an article for this? Is there a link to the article for this? Giga glazing a game that's not released will end poorly. I mean, it's had multiple test phases, and is it really glazing? We're just like, oh yeah, that's really great, that's awesome. I mean, should we be criticizing them for abandoning gacha? What? Depends more on content quality than gacha elements? I mean, gacha elements are definitely a detrimental part of it, 100%. But are these people just, do they just, I mean, but multiple of these comments are just criticizing them, saying that it's what, irrelevant? Is it irrelevant? Come on. No, it's not. Can you stop glazing the devs of this game? It literally isn't even out yet. Okay, sure. All they're saying is this is a good thing. I'm sorry. Should we be criticizing? Are we doom posting? Are we downplaying this? What? I'm sorry. That is a ridiculous take. That they moved away from the gacha, but I hope they have more to offer than just anime Warframe. Same here. Same here. Let's take a look. Let's find the actual article since no one seems to be linking to it. There's one key point missing. If DNA wants to be the same as Warframe monetization-wise, which is trade between players. Reddit looks like a dark place. That, I don't know, that, maybe I'm just, I don't know, overly supportive of this, but I don't think being like, this is great, good job, is really overly glazing the devs. In an interview with Automaton, Duet Night Abyss producer Deca Bear told us more about his studio's decision to ditch gacha monetization, which is a huge fucking win, chat. I don't know how many times I have failed my 50-50 in Wuwa. No, actually, I do know how many times I've failed my 50-50 in Wuwa. Every single time, with the exception of one. And then recently with the Uno, but that was on Mrs. Stix' account, so it doesn't even really care. All the gambling ads hate if the gacha is taken out. I know, it's ridiculous. I've seen that everywhere. People were criticizing Ananta for moving gacha characters. Like, dude, if you want gacha characters, go play a gacha game that has gacha characters, which is 99% of them. Let the people that don't want gacha characters have their game. Or games. Plural. Ellerhard was more Warframe, so I'm probably going to support it. Hell yeah. Just love negativity. That's all the comments are. It is. And like, I'm all for being negative of something, but negative over a positive? You're being negative and having a negative perception of a positive thing? Chinese developers have recently been making headlines with free-to-play anime-inspired games like Duet Night Abyss and Ananta deciding to ditch the gacha monetization model. During TGS, Automaton got together with Duet Night Abyss producer Deca Bear to ask him more about his bold move, development studio Hero Games, or Hero Game made only a few months before the game's official release. While many gamers sounded quite excited about the change, well, evidently not according to that Reddit thread, some were worried about how the new monetization model will impact the developers, whether it would hold up in the long run. If the game is good, if the game is has hot waifus that people can buy outfits for, it'll do good. It'll be fine in the long run. But Deca Bear says that while these concerns are valid, the team is making efforts to create a monetization model that benefits both the players and the developers. Of course, we have the same concerns, but that's why we're working hard on bringing both our content and our services to a satisfactory level. Deca Bear explained that developers will continue adding more content to Duet Night Abyss so the game keeps feeling fresh and engaging for players. But while valuing quantity and variety, they'll be focusing on keeping their services at a high quality. They are valuing quantity and variety, so they're still going to be releasing a lot of characters. And so I guess they're going to stick to kind of the gacha roots, which is, you know, producing characters regularly. And then they'll probably just introduce like outfits and other shit for the characters to keep people spending. That's how I feel. I don't want the change of gacha for characters or no gacha for characters. I play for good gameplay first and foremost. Yeah, so do I. So do I. But at the same time, you know, if it costs you $500 to get a character, I'm also not going to play that. So, especially if the currency acquisition is terrible. Just give us beach outfits for the Fox Girl at release and you'll swim in money. Yeah, exactly. Give like 2 or 3, give 4 outfits, okay? Have 2 big titty waifu outfits, have one of the really, really attractive characters that aren't big titty outfits, and then give one of the dudes, like the big dude, the very athletic looking like 6'5" dragon guy, give him a Speedo or something to satisfy the women. And there you go. You have all the men going for the 2 different varied body types. Then you have the women going for the dude with a big dick and a Speedo. Boom. Recipe for success on launch day. Skin Gacha is what I've been thinking for these kinds of games, and it works well. Azure Lane makes millions of dollars every month off of just skins. So to explain why we don't need a gacha system by providing players with paid content like skins and character outfits. Wait, what's the difference between a skin and a character outfit? Isn't a skin just... So by skin, do they mean like an entire overhaul? Do they mean like a horn chick suddenly becomes a sheep chick? Do they mean a lizard chick suddenly becomes a dragon chick? So instead of just a change of like sweatpants, they go into a maid outfit to a swimwear outfit. But a skin is what? Like more than that? Do they get like wing? I feel like skins and outfits are very, very like interchangeable terms. Probably complete set. Outfits can be transferred between characters. That's actually interesting. Pretty sure those are the same. Yeah, that was my thought. That's unusual. Skins and character outfits. I wonder if they elaborate more on that. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. We've already established a solid monetization model, he emphasized. Rather than forcing people into forking out money for character and weapon banners, fuck that, dude. Hero Games' goal is to expand the player by simply making a game that is easily accessible and worth playing. That's the best way, man. And then you put the sexy outfits in, there you go. By making it so the players don't have to spend too much time or money on the game, there'll be more newcomers willing to try it out. Exactly. Today's society, chat, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but they note here, players don't have to spend too much time. Casual games are becoming the new norm. That's why WooWa has introduced so many things to allow for you to literally complete your dailies in like 4 minutes. So many idle games or games have autoplay modes that allow for it to clear on the side. So it becomes easy to actually do, right? And it doesn't take away from all the other things you want to do in the day. So you can play it for 5 minutes or 5 hours, and you know, it suits both play styles. Or too much money on the game, which is also great, because if you have like, and this is where I think Girls Frontline 2 has a problem. Girls Frontline 2 introduced a gacha skin for characters, or multiple gacha skins for characters that are going to cost hundreds of dollars, like more than 100, less than 200, but hundreds potentially. Those gacha skins are going to appeal to a tiny demographic of players, but their normal $10 to $20 skins, everybody bought those skins. Everybody. Plenty of people can afford a $10 skin if it's something, you know, it's for a character they want. How many people are going to spend hundreds of dollars to acquire a character, then hundreds of dollars to also acquire a skin for the same character? Very few. So I think this is a great mindset to have. No gacha means less power creep. That too, yeah. One needs more combat events out. I mean, I don't disagree. Yeah, hairstyles. They could introduce hairstyles too. Yeah. Spent $70 for Herta in Honkai Star. Oh, got her. Had fun with her, but felt bad for spending that much after so much. I prefer the $10 skins. Yeah. The gacha for character also means that the dev can nerf and rework characters more easily. Yeah, because you're not spending money on the character. So when they release a character, if they alter the character, then people might get upset, right? Because they are altering the character after people have already spent for them. So if they make them weaker, people feel betrayed. If you don't pay for the character, that's not possible. You can't feel betrayed. The less the price, the more people will buy. Exactly. Exactly. You have something that costs $100, 3 people might buy it. You have something that costs $10, you might have 500 people that buy it. Ultimately, you end up making more by being more generous and having something be more accessible. If possible, we'd like to provide more quality content to our players for a cheap price. And you know what? That sounds great to me, man. As Deca Bear suggests, successful monetization is directly linked with player satisfaction, which once again, chat, Papa Stix does not have an issue with. I ooze satisfaction. I like everyone in our community. If you go look at my YouTube videos right here, take a look at this. Look at this. 97%, 93, 97, 93, 94, 93, 96, 96, 98, 97, 97. The like ratio for my videos are impeccable, which means Papa Stix is great at satisfying his viewers. Maintaining this loop could benefit both players and developers in the long run. Furthermore, he expressed that listening to players' feedback, the studio will be looking to further improve their monetization model once the game is actually out. Okay, that's really cool. So they are apparently they're going to make alterations once the game launches. Once more people have the opportunity to actually like participate in the game and to consume the content, it looks as though they are going to be making alterations to it further to appease players or meet player expectation, which is really good. I think that's really good. You feel satisfied now? Thank you. Duet Night Abyss launched for free on October 28th. It did? Duet Night Abyss launched? Holy shit, where have I been? The game is out? Wow. Wow, okay. Cool. Can I play it right now? Damn, dude. Wow, that mind blown. All this time I thought it was launching later this month, but I was wrong. No, it has launched. It launched for free already. Yeah, 2024 release. Yeah, exactly. It needs to have better multiplayer. I hope it does. Yeah. What a spelling mistake. Yeah. No, people are gonna look at that and be like, dude, it's launched. What? And they're gonna go like look for it and be like, where is it? The article is from the future. Now, so what happened is they wrote this article and they phrased it as launched. So when the game launches, it is accurate. They don't have to go back and edit the article. Right now, it may be incorrect, but on the 28th, as of the 28th, as of the official launch, the game will have launched. So anyone that reads this will be like, oh, it did launch for free on October 28th. Yeah. See, big brain right here, less effort involved. They don't have to go back and actually make alterations to the article. They put that for the SEO on Google. They could, yeah. It's a pretty bad mistake. It really is. They're telling people the game is actually out. And this is from a huge gaming website too. So Chad, this is why this is why you proofread before publishing something. You don't believe me? You're supposed to read the article next month? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Was DNA launched already? Launched on the 28th? Yeah, no, it launched. Launched on the 28th. Launched. It was written for the future. It was. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that was actually very cool. Like genuinely, that is a great direction. I think they have a great mentality in mind for the direction of the game, and I think this is genuinely a huge win for not only Duet Night Abyss, but also for Gacha games. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.